Good morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to CFL Central. It's just me today, and we have another CFL player signing to the National Football League. Drew Desjarlais, former left guard, or you could just say offensive line, because it's going to depend where the Patriots are going to want to place him. That's right. Drew Desjarlais has been signed by the New England Patriots and will join the offensive lineman they have and be in the mix for a starting position on that team. And, I think this is going to be very interesting because we're talking about a guy who's, a very crucial part of the Bombers' offensive line, along with guys like Stanley Bryant and whatnot. And I think this is a good signing for the Patriots. Now, one thing that is very important is you're talking about a guy who's young. So Drew Desjarlais, he's 6'2", 314 pounds, so a big boy. He's only 24 years old, from Windsor, Ontario, or he went to school in Windsor, Ontario, I should say. He's from Bell River. But I could definitely see a guy like him really making an impact just because, the Patriots, in terms of the way that they develop linemen, they're very known for doing really well to develop linemen who from different backgrounds, I'd say. Like guys like a good example is like a guy like Stephen Neal, who did very well for them, and it was a good example of a guy who was from a different background and then was kind of developed into the system and really fit nicely in that lineup. You're talking about a guy here with Drew Desjarlais. He's a two-time Grey Cup champion, and in this most recent season, earned a West Division All-Star selection. So definitely a very solid pickup. And I really think if the Patriots, really develop this guy like they have been able to develop some of their linemen in the past, he could really make an impact on this team. And I think it's one of those things where, like I said, every time a CFL player gets signed into the NFL, it is a good thing for the CFL, even though it may just sound like, wow, they're losing players. That's not good. But no, but it promotes the league, and it really makes the league look in a good standing when they show, when you look at the NFL and you see some of their players, and you can be like, this guy went through the CFL, this guy went through the CFL, this guy went through the CFL. For guys coming out of college before they're able to make that next step to go into the National Football League, it really makes it an appealing option, especially with these new startup companies starting out with the USFL and the XFL, who really have less financial stability and less stability in general, as opposed to the CFL, who's been around for, the league's been around since the 50s and the 60s, but a lot of the franchises they're like, the Argonauts, they're over 100 years old, and they've been around a long time. So, I think this is a good thing for the CFL, despite them losing another talented player, obviously, which is a little bit unfortunate. I'm going to be sad to see him go, but I really hope he succeeds, and I really think that he will succeed. I think this is a guy that, I think the Patriots, there's absolutely no downside to this signing. It's because he's a guy where you're not sure if he's going to be in the lineup or not. He's not making money where he's going to take up cap space and whatnot, and he's a guy who, if he underperforms, you drop him and you pick up and you use the next guy you have. But if he overperforms, you have a gem, because now you have a guy on a cheap contract who's overperforming. So really, this is a win-win for the Patriots, and I think that I really want to see him succeed. That's all I can say really on it. So best of luck to Drew Desjarlais with the New England Patriots. And make sure you guys subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you click the like button down below. Check out some of our other content, especially for you NFL fans. We have some more signings from guys going from CFL to NFL with DeAndre Alford and Devontae Dedman with the Falcons and the Dolphins picking up some players. So make sure you guys check that out. And until next time, have a great rest of your day.